There are seasons in life when every prayer feels like it disappears into the ceiling. You read your Bible, you serve, you trust, yet nothing changes. The same problem stares back at you, and the silence feels louder than any answer you could imagine. It's here that many lose heart. But the truth is, this is where the most sacred work is happening. God's greatest miracles are often formed in places you cannot see. Take Joseph. God gave him a dream at 17, a picture of influence, authority, and leadership. But instead of a throne, he was thrown into a pit, sold into slavery, falsely accused, and locked in prison. If you only judge by what was visible, you conclude God had forgotten him. Yet behind the scenes, every betrayal, every delay, and every closed door was positioning him for the exact place God intended him to be. Your life might feel like that right now. But God's silence is not his absence. His delays are not his denials. In the stillness, he is writing a story you'll one day tell with tears of gratitude.
Ruth's journey looked nothing like a divine plan at first. She was a widow in a foreign land with no resources, no family, and no guarantee of provision. Her world had been reduced to survival. Yet in that place of loss, she chose faithfulness over fear. She clung to Naomi, declaring, "Your people will be my people, and your God, my God." What Ruth could not see was that God had already set the stage. A field owned by Boaz, a law allowing the poor to glean, a divine appointment disguised as an ordinary day of hard work. This is how God moves. We often expect fireworks, but he works quietly through everyday obedience. One small choice of trust can open doors you never imagined. Ruth thought she was just gathering barley, but she was walking into her destiny, becoming part of the lineage of Christ. Right now, the small act of faith you make today, showing up, forgiving, sowing kindness, staying committed, could be the very step that sets your miracle in motion.
Esther's life looked like a story of beauty and privilege. Chosen as queen in a foreign empire, she probably thought her role was ornamental until a crisis emerged that threatened her entire people. Only then did the hidden purpose of her position become clear. For such a time as this was not just a poetic phrase. It was the truth behind every twist and turn of her journey. God had been placing pieces long before Esther knew there was a puzzle. In your own life, the job you don't fully understand, the city you didn't expect to live in, the skills you developed without knowing why. These may be seeds for a purpose you can't yet see. God does not waste seasons. Even the confusing ones are part of his preparation. When you're tempted to think nothing is happening, remember, God is not only planning the miracle, he is also preparing you to hold it.
The cross looked like failure. To the disciples, it was the end of hope. Their leader had been crucified. The movement seemed crushed. Saturday was silent, and heaven seemed closed. But in that silence, the greatest victory was being secured. Jesus' death was not a detour, it was the plan all along. The resurrection was already set in motion, even while the disciples hid in fear. In your life, you may be living through a Saturday right now, that in-between place where it looks like the promise has died and nothing makes sense. But the silence of your Saturday is filled with the sound of heaven working on your behalf. Do not mistake stillness for inaction. Your Sunday is coming.
Seeds teach us a lesson we forget too easily. When a seed is buried, it looks dead. But beneath the soil, it's doing its most important work. Roots are forming, strength is building, and life is taking shape. Some of your prayers are like seeds. You planted them in faith, but because you cannot see them growing, you've started to doubt. But the unseen growth is the most important part. God hides His work so that when He reveals it, the only explanation is Him. This way, no one else, not even you, can take the credit. So if you feel hidden right now, don't despise it. Hidden seasons are holy seasons.
You might only see the obstacles, the bills, the diagnosis, the empty chair at the table, the dreams still on hold, but God sees the full picture. He's not only working on the breakthrough, He's shaping you into someone who can sustain it. He's building resilience, teaching trust, deepening your roots in Him. One day you'll look back and realize the moments you thought were wasted were the very ones that made you ready. So walk by faith, not by sight. Trust the God who works best in the unseen. We walk by faith, not by sight. 2 Corinthians 5:7.